Have you ever second-guessed your breakfast choices because of something you heard about cholesterol? Maybe you stopped eating eggs or limited yourself to just one because someone once said they're bad for your heart. But what if I told you that eggs, especially when eaten in the right way, might actually be one of the most powerful foods for supporting your brain, your vision, and even your liver? What if the truth about eggs has been misunderstood for decades, and what you've been avoiding could actually help you age stronger and feel better? In today's video, we're going to explore what really happens when you eat 3 to 4 eggs every single day. Yes, 3 or 4, not just one. That might sound surprising, but once you understand what's inside an egg and how your body responds to it, you might wonder why you haven't made this a daily habit already. Now, if you're concerned about cholesterol, I hear you. That concern is very common, especially for people in their 50 seconds, 60 seconds, or beyond who are working hard to take better care of their heart. But here's the good news. The science has changed. Major health organizations in the U.S. no longer set strict cholesterol limits from food like they once did. The latest evidence suggests that it's not the cholesterol in your food, but the overall quality of your diet that matters most. So, if you're curious about how something as simple as an egg can play a big role in your health and well-being, stay with me. What you'll hear today might just change how you look at breakfast forever. When most people think of eggs, they think of breakfast or protein. But eggs are far more than just a source of protein. They represent one of the most complete and efficiently absorbed forms of nutrition available. Unlike meat or fish, which come from muscle tissue, an egg is not a part of an animal, it's the entire potential for a new life. That makes it fundamentally different from other protein sources we typically consume. While meat provides muscle protein meant for movement, eggs are biologically designed to support the development of an entire living organism. That's why their nutrient profile is so uniquely dense and bioavailable. Let's talk about something called biological value, a way scientists measure how well the body can absorb and use the protein in a food. Eggs are at the top of this scale. In fact, whole eggs have long been used as the gold standard, with a biological value of 100, meaning they're one of the most complete proteins for human health. Your body doesn't just absorb the protein in eggs, it actually puts it to work more effectively than many other sources, helping to repair tissues, build enzymes, and support hormones. That becomes especially important as we age, when preserving muscle and maintaining proper cellular function becomes more challenging. But eggs aren't just efficient, they're also practical. When you eat animal meat, you're mostly consuming lean protein, which offers limited energy unless paired with fat. That's why people on survival diets who eat only lean meats like rabbit often become weak or even ill. Protein alone can't fuel the body effectively. Eggs, however, contain both protein and fat in perfect balance. The yolk provides essential fatty acids that serve as a clean energy source, making eggs uniquely suitable for sustained nourishment. In fact, up to 65% of the energy from a whole egg can be used as fuel by your body, far more than the 10 to 20% you might get from lean meats. So, when you crack open an egg, you're not just adding protein to your plate. You're unlocking one of nature's most perfectly designed sources of energy and regeneration, something your body recognizes, absorbs, and uses with remarkable efficiency. Beyond their impressive protein profile, eggs offer a powerful range of nutrients that are often overlooked. One of the most important is a compound called choline. Choline is essential for brain health, liver function, and a process called methylation, which helps repair DNA, support detoxification, and produce key neurotransmitters. Unfortunately, research shows that nearly 90% of Americans don't get enough choline in their diet. This is especially concerning for older adults, as a choline deficiency has been linked to memory decline, poor liver function, and increased inflammation. The good news is that eggs are among the very best sources of choline, second only to beef liver, but far more accessible and enjoyable for most people. Each large egg contains about 147 milligrams of choline, primarily concentrated in the yolk. That means eating 3 to 4 eggs per day can help you meet most or even all of your daily choline needs. For someone with a genetic issue that limits choline absorption, something that many people don't even realize they have, this can be a game changer. Choline also plays a role in forming acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter that supports learning and memory, making it vital for maintaining cognitive function with age. But that's just the beginning. Eggs also contain two powerful antioxidants called lutein and zeaxanthin. These carotenoids are concentrated in the retina of your eyes and help protect against age-related vision problems, such as macular degeneration and cataracts. Unlike plant sources of these nutrients, where absorption can be limited, the fat in egg yolks enhances their bioavailability, allowing your body to use them more effectively. Studies have shown that consuming eggs regularly can increase blood levels of lutein and zeaxanthin more than taking supplements or eating vegetables alone. In addition, eggs provide vitamin B12 and folate, two nutrients, essential for red blood cell formation and nervous system health. Deficiencies in either of these can lead to fatigue, weakness, and even cognitive changes, particularly in older adults. By including eggs in your diet, you're giving your body a steady supply of nutrients that support your energy, focus, and overall vitality. So while it's easy to think of eggs as just protein, they're actually a rich nutritional package that supports multiple systems in the body. From protecting your eyes to boosting brain function and detox pathways, eggs deliver benefits far beyond what most people realize. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room: cholesterol. For decades, eggs were vilified because of their cholesterol content, especially the yolk. Many people were told to limit eggs or avoid them altogether out of fear that eating them would raise cholesterol levels and increase the risk of heart disease. This concern became so widespread that eggs practically became the poster child for bad food choices. But here's the truth. Recent science tells a very different story. Each large egg contains around 186 to 200 milligrams of dietary cholesterol, most of it found in the yolk. That number might seem high, especially if you're someone who's watching your heart health. But the key distinction is this: dietary cholesterol from food doesn't affect your blood cholesterol levels in the same way that saturated and trans fats do. In fact, the 2015-2020 Dietary Guidelines for Americans removed the strict upper limit for dietary cholesterol altogether, and organizations like the American Heart Association now emphasize the importance of overall diet quality rather than singling out cholesterol-rich foods like eggs. For most healthy adults, moderate egg consumption up to 1 egg per day or more is considered safe and even beneficial. Studies have shown that for the majority of people, eating eggs does not raise LDL cholesterol, and in some cases, it can actually raise HDL, the so-called good cholesterol. The impact of eggs on heart health depends on many factors, including what else you eat, your activity level, and your individual risk profile. However, it's important to be mindful. If you already have high LDL levels, or if you've been diagnosed with cardiovascular disease, it's still wise to talk with your doctor about how eggs fit into your personal plan. Everyone's body responds differently, and personalized nutrition is always best. The bottom line is this: eggs were once misunderstood, but the science has caught up. Instead of avoiding eggs out of outdated fears, you can now see them as part of a balanced, heart-smart diet, especially when they're combined with vegetables, healthy fats, and whole foods. They're not the enemy, they might just be one of your strongest allies for healthy aging. What many people don't realize is that eggs are not just a source of nutrients, they're also packed with built-in protection. Think about it for a moment. An egg is designed to nurture and protect a developing life. That means nature gave it certain biological defenses, and when we eat the egg, especially the egg white, we inherit some of those benefits. Inside the egg white are powerful antimicrobial compounds, proteins that naturally fight off harmful bacteria. One of these is called lysozyme, which breaks down bacterial cell walls. Another is avidin, a protein that binds to biotin, a B vitamin, in a way that can prevent certain bacteria from using it to grow. Now, you may have heard that raw egg whites can cause a biotin deficiency, and that's partially true. If you eat large amounts of raw egg whites over time, the avidin can bind to biotin in your system and reduce absorption. But here's the good news. Cooking deactivates avidin, making it completely safe. So as long as your eggs are cooked, you don't have to worry about losing biotin. In fact, the original reason that avidin exists in eggs is not to hurt you, it's to help the egg defend itself. Many harmful microbes rely on biotin to survive. By locking up that nutrient, the egg naturally blocks their ability to grow. This isn't just an interesting science fact, it's a reminder that eggs were designed to be self-sustaining, safe, and powerful. They're not only a complete food, they're also a protective food. And that protection extends to you, supporting your immune system in quiet but meaningful ways. It's amazing how nature packages nutrients and defenses into one simple shell. The more we understand how eggs work from the inside out, the more respect we gain for just how intelligently designed this food really is. So now that you know how powerful eggs can be, the next logical question is, does the type of egg you buy actually matter? The answer is yes, and it matters more than most people think. Not all eggs are created equal. And understanding the differences can help you make smarter choices for your health and the environment. Let's start with the most common type, conventional caged eggs. These come from hens kept in confined spaces, often no larger than 8 inches by 8 inches. These hens spend their entire lives indoors, under artificial lighting, with minimal movement or exposure to the outdoors. Living in this kind of stress can raise cortisol in the birds, and their diets usually consist of genetically modified grains like corn and soy. Next, you'll find labels like cage-free or free-range. While these sound better, the reality is that many of these hens still live in large, crowded barns, often with limited access to outdoor space. The label organic adds another layer. It means the feed is free of pesticides, herbicides, and synthetic fertilizers. However, organic doesn't guarantee that the chickens are raised in a natural or humane environment. In fact, some organic hens may still be confined indoors if the facility meets certain technical standards. Now, if you're looking for the best option available in stores, pasture-raised eggs stand out. These hens are given meaningful outdoor access, often up to 108 square feet per bird, and they can forage, peck, and eat a more natural, varied diet that may include insects, seeds, and greens. That diet diversity impacts the nutritional content of their eggs. Pasture-raised eggs tend to be higher in omega-3 fatty acids and contain more natural pigments, like lutein, which gives the yolk a rich golden color. You'll often notice the difference immediately when you crack one open. And if you're lucky enough to get eggs from a local farmer or even raise your own hens, you're not only getting fresher eggs, but also more control over how those hens are treated and what they eat. I personally raise chickens at home, and I can tell you from experience that when hens are healthy, happy, and well-fed, the quality of the eggs is remarkable. So yes, even though all eggs offer benefits, choosing the right kind can take those benefits to the next level. Look beyond the marketing labels and choose eggs that come from hens raised with care and respect, because their health directly impacts yours. Now that we've explored why eggs are so valuable and how to choose the right ones, let's talk about how to eat them in a way that brings out their full potential. Because even the most nutrient-rich food can be underutilized if it's not prepared or paired wisely. One of the simplest ways to amplify the benefits of eggs is by combining them with the right foods. For example, if you enjoy your eggs with a handful of arugula or spinach, you're doing your body a big favor. The fat in the egg yolk helps your body absorb the fat-soluble phytonutrients in leafy greens, especially carotenoids like beta-carotene and lutein. In fact, studies have shown that combining eggs with salad greens can boost nutrient absorption by up to 9 times compared to eating greens alone. Another great combination is sautéed onions with eggs. Onions contain natural sulfur compounds that support liver detoxification pathways, and when gently cooked with eggs, they add both flavor and functional health benefits. I also recommend adding a pinch of black pepper and sea salt not just for taste, but because black pepper enhances the absorption of carotenoids like lutein and lycopene. If you enjoy tomatoes, especially in season, add them to your eggs whenever possible. Tomatoes are rich in lycopene, a potent antioxidant that supports heart health, prostate health, and brain function. One more tip, don't forget about avocado. Adding a few slices of fresh avocado next to your eggs adds monounsaturated fats that support healthy cholesterol levels, plus fiber and potassium. Just be mindful that most store-bought avocado oil is heavily processed. When cooking eggs, stick to high-quality olive oil or grass-fed butter and cook them gently. Overcooking can damage some of the sensitive nutrients like vitamin A and certain carotenoids. Whether you like them scrambled, poached, or over easy, cooking eggs just until set while leaving the yolk soft preserves their nutrient profile and enhances flavor. It's the little things, like how you prepare and pair your eggs, that can turn a simple meal into a powerful tool for long-term wellness. So now you've seen that eggs are far more than just a breakfast staple. They're one of the most complete and bioavailable sources of nutrition we have, offering not just protein, but essential fats, powerful antioxidants, critical brain-supporting nutrients like choline, and natural defense compounds that work with your body. Whether you're trying to protect your eyesight, support your memory, improve liver function, or simply maintain your energy levels as you age, eggs offer something that few other foods can. We've also learned that the kind of eggs you choose matters. When you support hens raised in natural environments, you often get higher quality eggs with better nutrition and fewer inflammatory compounds. And how you prepare your eggs, what you combine them with, and how gently you cook them can make all the difference in how your body absorbs their benefits. What's most encouraging is that such a simple food, available in every grocery store, can offer such a wide range of support for healthy aging. You don't need to spend a fortune on supplements or follow extreme diets to get real results. Sometimes, the answer is as close as your own kitchen. Just a few eggs a day, combined with wholesome ingredients and a bit of care, can support your health in ways that truly matter. So here's a gentle challenge for you. Try making eggs a daily habit for the next week. Try different combinations. Experiment with fresh herbs, seasonal vegetables, maybe a drizzle of olive oil. And most importantly, pay attention to how you feel, your focus, your energy, your digestion, even your mood. If you've already made eggs a regular part of your routine, I'd love to hear your favorite ways to enjoy them. And if this video helped you see eggs in a new light, consider sharing it with someone you care about. Because sometimes, the most powerful changes start with the simplest things.